right, there we go. And bring in the homies. All right, we are officially live, and apparently I missed the funniest thing in the world. So
No, you really didn't.
You didn't. You don't want to know what we were talking about.
That's fair. Welcome to the Ilderon Tales. This is Group B, Legends Lost. Well, Legends actually kind of found. You guys found both Olivia and Dila, so who knows what else you'll find. Hopefully more stuff.
Me.
Yeah, Zodra too.
A shiny axe.
We have everybody in attendance tonight, minus Eric, so I'll be controlling Drelos. And yeah, so let's get started. Brief overview, D&D, role-playing game. Everything we are doing is live. None of this is scripted. We have rule books that kind of, tell us like how our characters work and the arbitration of the rules and that. But otherwise, the story that you're seeing crafted is coming to you completely fresh. And nobody has any idea how it's going to go. Least of all me. That said, the group is traveling throughout the world of Ilderon. They are on a continent called Cedal. It is the one of the oldest continents in the world with the first writings of human history. They are traveling around on behalf of the university. Currently, Cedal is wrapped up in several different wars. The two most prominent, the nation of Ililnagai and the nation of Ardor, are in an open war with each other, an open border conflict. And Ililnagai has also been invaded by a foreign foe called the Archblight, a faction of terrifying undead monstrosities from the other side of the world. Of all of this, Ililnagai is trying to hold itself together and hold the war front. Our party is working on behalf of the major educational institution within Ililnagai, and they are trying to solve all of these problems through taking alternative approaches than just hitting the front. On behalf of Headmistress Dila Winrona, she identified the Archblight General named Daxtrin Felmis and said that he possesses an artifact that allows him to see briefly into the future, and he is a terrifying force on the battlefield. And he is currently making Lyra Pramada, the Supreme Light Lyra, who is currently manning the warfront. He's making her life an absolute hell. There was a Nazaram spy by the name of Nyla Loonfall that Nazaram sent to get close to him. And she effectively infiltrated the Archblight. However, she did quit the organization several years ago and has kind of been hiding in and out of shadows, and nobody really knows much about why she quit or what she's been doing since then. The party knows Nyla assassinated a enemy ruler, or not an enemy, a foreign ruler, a few months ago, and then once again disappeared from the eyes of history. They have been dispatched to find her and gather any information that she might know about Daxtrin, so that the party doesn't have to just openly go out and try and fight him, because that is not a good idea. So currently, the party is en route to the city of Dockensdale to rendezvous with Lyra. And kind of bring her up to speed and let them know that they are in on the secret mission, as this was something that was kind of being handled by Dila's personal circle. And in order to get to Dockensdale, they have decided to go by boat, choosing a naval vessel. So that's where we're going to start tonight. All right, so... Oh, and let me turn on some music, man. I've got it muted on my side.
So we have to add an NPC to the party?
Yes, and this doesn't count for your bingo because this was already scripted. So, As you are leaving the Heroes Tower, and let me get my notes for Sky's Reach, because this city is massive and I'm going to forget something. As you are leaving the Heroes Tower, and I'm assuming, well, you guys don't have any Terrai with you, so you don't have to check out of the university. You can just go on your own.
This time.
Yeah. Let's see. So the Windar Ward is where you would be right now. There is going to be a woman in the courtyard, kind of standing there. You see her forming minor illusions, studying them for a second, and then reforming them. As you step out of the Heroes Tower, she's going to look up at your group, dispatch her illusion, and walk towards your party. She bows very generous, or very exaggeratedly, full 90 degrees, and says, let me make sure I showed her to you guys, and says, I'm Ellen Naver of Grace. I've been selected to be your evaluator for your blue contract. I will not enjoy this experience, neither will you, but I will be closely scrutinizing each and every one of your decisions and deciding if you're worthy to hold the right to decide, to be the arbiter of someone's life inside of a Lil Nagai.
Can someone say that in English, please?
Oh, it's not the worst introduction I've ever been through.
She's here to evaluate us to see whether we're good enough. Kill people? That's the easiest way to put it for you, man.
Legally.
Legally.
Gotta kind of raise my hand. So I kind of already do this like legally through the Nazaram. Do I need to take a test now?
I think it's if we're going against criminals inside the cities rather than fighting against an enemy they're trying to kill, like the Archblight.
Again, I do this legally already. That's the
She nods and says a blue contract allows you to function as privateers for any individual contract.
Okay, I'm taking the test,
any,
dude.
Individual that seeks your services. And she's going to say it's going to be a 5-day evaluation. Your organization's already been charged my services. I will be with you every step you take, and every decision you make, and every action you execute.
Every step you make, every step you make.
With that out of the way, will each of you submit to a zone of truth to verify your identities for those who are seeking the contract?
Sure.
Sure.
I don't know how to feel about that.
Brandon, I forgot, just off the top of my head.
Yes.
Who was I last? Who was I at the last part of the last session? Was I Terran or was I Admir?
Admir.
Alright, so Admir's gonna look over at Roman. Do I need to do this?
I believe it's opt in or opt out. Yeah, I mean.
I believe as long as you're partying with one of us that has a blue contract, it should still. You don't necessarily need to take it, but if you want to work on your own individually, you would need your own. I look at like I'm trying to put. Brandon, how do you say her name again?
Elenaver.
Elenaver. I look at Elenaver and ask her, "Is that correct?"
Yeah. Well, hold on. Let me count real quick.
My saving throws are all wrong. Why are my saving throws so?
She's going to say, I've been paid to evaluate 6 different individuals for the possibility of a contract. If either of you want to opt out of the process, you are able to do so.
Okay.
So there you go. Admir, you don't have to. If you're not comfortable with it.
Gortys just stares at her.
She stares back.
I mean, I doubt I'm gonna go out freelance. I haven't been out adventuring except with you people. And the few weeks I was looking for deal on my own.
Yeah, I mean, I believe you're a scholar, more so, right? So.
Yeah, generally. So, I'm gonna opt out.
She nods and she's going to pull out her tablet, and she kind of has. Well, yeah, she would have like an inkwell at her waist of like where you'd expect like a dagger to be hoisted, and just kind of pull out this little metal utensil from it and begin scribbling on her tablet.
I think that was the wrong answer.
Oh, no, that's fine.
Cortez
She's
places
just
a
saying
hand on Admir's shoulder and gives him a light squeeze like he's a child.
he is to you. We all are. All right.
Sure, go ahead. Why not? I'll opt in.
All right. We don't have to roleplay this. I can just ask you guys a few questions.
I want to try and save against it though, because it's natural reflex for me to save against to resist charming effects though.
Okay.
Past experience, man.
Pretty sure fifth edition. Fifth edition. Zone of Truth. She is aware who fails and who doesn't. Before we speak through
She's
this,
aware if I like
know.
resist.
Yeah. Let's see.
That's fine. Like I said, for me as a player, I know the character. Past experiences, he's very natural to trying to resist charming.
This would be commonplace for him inside of like Cal or Isildred. If they brought you into the Overlord's tower, it's like, God damn, another Zone of Truth. No.
Yeah, for real.
Okay.
Natural reaction.
For those who want to resist against it, her DC to beat is 14. You can roll me a charisma saving throw. It is a charisma saving.
I passed.
Yeah, it is a.
I had to roll a 2. I had to roll a 2 because I have a plus 12 in charisma save. I rolled an 8, so.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not gonna try and save against it. I mean, if she knows, that's not a good mark in my favor.
Mm-hmm.
And then
JJ.
there's really only one question she can't ask me.
Oh, yeah, there is.
Yeah, really.
JJ,
Yes.
are you just rolling to Brandon? Because I'm not seeing a roll.
No, since I can't access Roll20, I'm going honor system off of D20's like personal dice set. I rolled an 8. I have a plus from.
Yeah, we've talked
Aura
about
protection.
We've talked about your situation. So.
Yeah,
yeah,
from Aura
you-
protection, I get
I do
plus
apologize.
4 from my charisma mod, and I'm proficient in charisma, so that's plus 8 on top of it. So.
No, I apologize.
Well, Yeah, no, you're fine. I know that could have been confusing for everybody, so might as well just say it now, get it out of the way.
Yeah. I didn't want to like blast your stuff on streamer.
Nah, it's fine. I don't care. It's the basic like rundown is I don't have internet right now, so but I have a dice set. So I have a dice set, I have a phone, I have a headset. Let's go.
Okay, so is everybody else choosing to fail the Zone of Truth?
Yeah, I got nothing to hide.
Okay, so she is going to ask, just very basic, quick questions of, can you confirm, you are X person, or rather, what is your name? Can you confirm that is you? And then, your birth date, how old you are, where you were born, and then if you've ever lied to a government official or not. And if you answer yes to the last one, then she'll just ask, under what circumstances.
So, I know my name. I don't actually think I have any way to confirm that. I don't have a birth certificate on hand. I can't exactly tell you about the person that could confirm I exist, but I'm pretty sure I'm on record.
Yeah, I mean it's not terribly important.
Please, can I roleplay this out?
Okay.
I was thinking like Cordyceps would be the best.
Yeah, really.
And she has to kind of like speed through these questions with everybody, like not really caring. So by the time she gets to Cordis, she'd be like, what's your name?
I am Cortimatus Noxidelcia Radai.
She's going to you see her scribbling for a moment. And she'd say, "And can you confirm that's your true identity?"
Yes, that is my true identity.
And when how old are you?
I was born in 483.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, the fuck? What? I mean, like, I'll give you the look in the mouth, but like, what?
I was sending a message like, what?
And she's gonna like, you're gonna see her pause for a second as she is keeping concentration on Zone of Truth. And it's just like, and she tilts her head looking at you. Then you just see her writing in the and like you see her writing on her tablet, and then you're gonna see her write in a different section of just kind of like a scribble and then something else. And then she's gonna say, and where were you born?
Lower Throne.
She's going to nod and say, and just so you are aware, non-citizens of Lonagai have a harder time obtaining a blue contract, but I will try and be non-biased in your judgment. And finally, have you ever lied to a government official?
Not to any from a Lonagai.
And she's gonna write all of that down, and she's gonna say, I'm gonna roll her a history check. She doesn't have much time.
Can I roll a history check? Where's Lower Throne?
You can.
Is that the Low Lakes? I'm not gonna bother. I'm not from Galkin, so.
History. You were just on a. You were just masquerading as a scholar doing an expedition through Galkin. Lower Throne is the city on the other side of the mountain that Elizabeth conquered. It was the capital of the Kayak Empire until it was destroyed. Well over 500 years ago.
So it doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah. And that's why, she just kind of paused, but then she's like, well, he's not lying to me. And you know what? I'm going to roll her an intelligence check, and she's going to say, are you aware of any mind-influencing substances that you might have been administered?
I do not take drugs.
And, she's going to write that, in the lines, and then continue, on and gesture for the next person.
Did she write anything down when I resisted the spell?
Yes, she is aware that you resisted the spell.
Just gotta rub the back of my head. Sorry, natural instinct. It's natural where I come from.
It occurs to me that I don't know if I've ever lied to a government official.
I will say,
the answer is probably yes, and it was probably Lyra.
I'll allow Roman a history check, real quick when it comes to his question on that, because you have lied to several government officials.
Just several. That's.
I like the history check. Is that what you wanted?
Yes. And this is just if Roman, remembers. History. So before Roman is able to answer that question, he's like, oh, no, I've never lied to a government official. Unless
Oh, no.
Ocular Ataclon counts as a government official, then I did kill his brother and with the murderous
Lied
intent.
about it.
Yep, and I killed his brother's bodyguard too, and lied. Yep, and
Oculars aren't government officials.
he appoints members to the High Council.
He's a religious.
So what? The U.S.
He is a government official.
I
He
forgot about the
appoints
fact that I
government
lied.
officials.
I lied to Ocular Adequate about killing his brother.
It's like, okay, but you know who else elects government officials? The U.S. people. We're not officials.
You like when you say like, do you say that like, oh, I forgot I lied about killing the Ocular's brother?
Oh, it's just like, well, yeah, that's the thing. Well, I don't know how that works, like, because now I that's in my brain now. Like, if I'm like, does it just pour out, or is it just kind of like,
You can't knowingly speak a lie. You don't have to speak it. You can shake your head no.
Oh, so I can. No,
You can lie.
I'll
Lie.
See, that's the thing is, do I want to? Have I lied to any? Have I lied to any Lilnagians?
Have you lied to any Lil Nagians? Let me think through all of the campaign real quick. Well, probably Lyra outside when you guys were posturing for a threat, or posturing for a fight between the party and her. I think you guys lied to Effie for a quick second when everybody found out what the priests and Effie were discussing in the temple. And then Hauzik revealed to everybody anyways and was just like, hey, this is it. You guys were like, no, we didn't hear it. And then Hauzik revealed it.
No, Hauzik revealed it to Lyra, and then I used my supervision to be like, yeah, Hauzik knows what you talked about, and he just told Lyra. Or he just told this one lady. I remember that. Hauzik didn't tell us.
There was one
But
more
Hauzik...
other lie. All of these lies are at Effie. When Lyra...
Damn it, Effie.
Yeah, when Lyra first tried, our second attempt at charming Effie, and was discussing her and Effie's past inside of the Windar ward, outside in the courtyard, Roman read the mouth of the conversation to everybody, and then she turned to Hauzik, because you guys sent... you guys sent Draelos, and she turned to Draelos, because Draelos was, like, there, and she's like, don't tell anybody about this conversation. Draelos was like, yeah. And then everybody went along and was like, yeah, fine. It's good. No, we have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Well, then, yeah. I mean, if I'm gonna get this blue contract, I'm pretty sure shaking your head no is suspicious.
You tell all of those moments and the context behind them?
No, I'm gonna shake my head no and look suspicious. Right. Maybe she'll get something, but...
And she's going to look at you, just a very dry look. And go ahead and roll me a deception check.
I can't help with that.
She begins writing in her tablet and nods and says, all right, that's all I'm going to have time for right now. So we'll say Zodra, Kortos, and Roman all got interviewed, and I'll roll 1d4 for one more person who had time to be interviewed. Zone of Truth only lasts for...
Wait, you forgot about me?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
15
Zone
minutes.
of Truth.
Oh.
Is it 15?
Well, Marcus would be the only one left. Oh, Draelos.
Oh, it might be 10.
Yeah. We'll say Draelos was the... Oh, God. Draelos would actually try and resist the spell. And what is...
You would get a +4 from me.
Okay, yeah, Draelos would resist it, and I'll write down. She questions Draelos, but you see her writing after every one of Draelos's questions.
Same here. The only problem is, I would say who I am, but I have no way to confirm that, because the only way to confirm that is not of this plane.
God, who would give Dralos the license to kill, man?
Nobody.
The
I mean,
same
I'm
people
probably
that
not
give
gonna
him
get
the
it.
license to steal.
Have you ever lied to a government official? Nope, of course not. Not like
Yeah.
what you're doing right now. It's like, yeah, this is no, not at all. Anyways, she's
The
going.
best answer is, does now count?
Yeah, exactly.
That's a good question.
She's
That's a damn good question.
she's going to close her tablet and say, I'll have to finish our introductory interviews tomorrow once I've regained my ability to do so.
Well, we're going to Dawkinsdale today, so I assume you're joining us?
She nods and says, my services have been billed to your organization. I assume you can provide lodging and
Nope.
rations? Or lodging and meals until your evaluation's complete?
Yeah, it's not that hard to feed an extra person.
She
Make that
nods,
2x.
and she's gonna say, "Just pretend like I'm not here," and she's gonna start following you guys.
We're gonna message Roman. Is it hard for you to pretend about this too while she's scribbling behind us? Just scribbling away.
Well, yeah, because I see everything.
Do you have like an all-seeing eye? What is this? I don't understand.
I have my mother's eyes.
So, real quick, before you use Whisper like that, you can do so, but Whisper has a somatic component. And the way those work is, for somatic components, you have to reach a certain, vocal resonance, with the component.
I'm not using Whisper, I'm using Message.
Well, that's
which
what I'm
is
saying.
telepathic.
Message and Whisper. I'm pretty sure Message has a somatic component. This is just spells in general. For that somatic component, you can't hide it. Your voice has to hit that resonance, and then you cast the spell afterwards.
It's a somatic component. Somatic components are your hands.
Oh, is it?
You're thinking a vocal component.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, verbal.
You're thinking verbal.
Yeah, you're thinking verbal, and I don't think Message has verbal because it's it's telepathic in nature.
Yeah,
It would arguably defeat the purpose, but
Message has
has verbal, material, and somatic components. So you do
That defeats the purpose of it. What the fuck?
Well, I mean, if you're in a dark place, or you're in a different room than your party, then it's the ability to communicate with them. But doing the components for the spell, you cast the incantation, then you hold the spell power, and then you choose to use it, whenever you want. So you cast message, and then you send your message. So the casting, you actually need the sorcerer metamagic, still magic, or silent magic to be able to do so.
Son of a bitch. Okay, fuck it. I just say it out loud then. Fuck all that noise.
Yeah. Oh, well, I was just gonna say, she is aware that you guys are casting spells.
Fuck it. She can hear it. I don't care. I'll say it out loud.
well, if you're gonna say it out loud, it's yeah, and you could maybe not be so rude about it.
I mean, it's a little weird.
I mean,
Start writing things down myself.
Evaluate your evaluator was not happy with this process.
Let's send a formal complaint.
We're being evaluated, for a very important thing. She needs to take notes. The other thing is if you act like she's there, you might act unnatural, and it doesn't do the evaluation any good.
Yeah, you're right.
Like when you pretend to be fancy when you go to a nice party. It's not you.
I don't pretend. I am fancy when I go to nice parties. kind of adjust my
Reminds me of
the
the
collar
Neymar
of my
banner.
chainmail. It's like fancy.
Put me in that stuffy shirt.
Just because I have this chain on doesn't mean I can't be fancy.
You squirt just the chain. You go full Fitzmagic.
As you guys talk about your outfits,
Those were borrowed chains.
she's going to speak up and say, "I do believe you were going to board a boat. Port masters do
I thought we
normally."
were doing this while walking.
Oh yeah, if you guys are all walking towards the boat, yeah. Okay, so down to the docks, and this is another section that we're going to fast forward through. You guys get on a boat and you go to dock and sail. No, I'm kidding.
Finally.
We did it!
You can now finally change your name to actual sailor.
I just like that we accomplished it with the with our lady watching us. Just because I like to think it makes me feel more useful than I usually appear.
I would have loved it if we teleported to a boat that's in Dawkinsdale already.
Just onto him. And it's just like, no, I've been cheated.
From one military vessel to another. We can't actually leave yet, so we're just going to teleport y'all.
We're gonna teleport you to our sister ship.
Roman's about to get on the boat. Roman's about to get on the boat. Johan shows up. Everything I do for the meme, and shoves him off.
Alright, so
Let's throw him overboard as we leave docks.
I'm going to give you guys some choices for your travel. So we already discussed how you're traveling. You guys selected to take a naval vessel. It's going to be the best blend between safety and speed that you guys can get. And I think we said it's going to take 3.5 days if you convince the crew to just book it and hustle the whole time there to Ililnagai or to Dawkinsdale, and you guys hold your weight or pull your weight. That said, the 3 vessels in the harbor right now that are currently available for you that are going to Dawkinsdale or passing by Dawkinsdale that are naval vessels. Before I describe these, I don't know anything about boats. I was doing a tiny bit of research on these. You guys there's going to be a few important positions on the crew of the boat. So what I have done is I've rolled up, each crew and given each one a rating for you, so you can decide which one you want. So there is, the boat itself, in case you guys get attacked by anything, or the boat needs to be defended, or health conditions on the boat, not sinking, etc., 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 etc. On a scale of 1 to 10. There is the captain, which is not rated. There is the medical officer on board, or any type of carrying first aid services, in case there's any sickness or anything that needs to be treated while you're on the high seas. Rated 1 through 10. The chef, who will be preparing your food and meals. Rated 1 through 10. The navigator, who, will be obviously charting your course for the best possible results. Rated 1 through 10, and yeah, that's everything. So...
Alright, is one of them called the Thousand Sunny?
The Thousand Sunny? No, it's not.
I felt like you started naming One Piece characters.
Well, yeah, that's... I actually wrote all these people up at
Is that how you
random,
determine your
and
position?
one of them came up as, very similar to Sanji, and I was like, no!
That's what you meant. That's even better.
So, your best bet, as far as a safe, well-cared-for, hustled travel, is aboard a Sun Yith naval vessel called the Sunsetter. It is captained by a... It's I didn't actually give this one any names, so I'm going to roll these up right now. It is captained by the captain of Order 26. And if you guys choose that one, we'll come back to that of making sure, they all have names and stuff. The rating of the vessel is 5. It is an average vessel. It has seen use in the sea. It was retrofitted with cannons. Of course, you're traveling with clerics. So the medical aid on board is rated at a 7. The chef is rated at a 10. Only the best people sail with the Sun Yith. And the navigator is rated at a 9. The issue of this vessel, if you kill anybody aboard a Sun Yith vessel, that is a crime punishable by death. However, it does have all the best everything else. Your other option is a Nazaram vessel called Fourth Sight. It is one of the newest vessels in the fleet. It is captained by Captain Leslie daughter. The medical officer on board is rated at a 3. The chef on board is rated at a 7, and the navigator is rated at an 8. As you guys are, talking to the captain and seeing people load up cargo onto this boat, the benefit of this boat, they are transporting a prisoner to Dockensdale, which is rare to take anybody to the, eastern side of the country right now. Presumably, the prisoner wants to appeal their case to Supreme Light Primata. You guys, all knowing Lyra, know she's probably just going to sentence this prisoner to death. Being so, you guys could probably get an easy execution off on the prisoner for Feel for the Mirror, if, that just kind of goes through your guys' mind if needed. The next vessel is the Praelandeth. It is a privateer vessel. The vessel's rated at a 5. It is captained by a elf by the name of Elindo. The medical officer is at a 7, the chef is at a 2, and the navigator is at a 5. They're not the best of crews. The benefit here is that they are privateers that, are contracted by the government occasionally. This crew mostly makes its money by contracts with the university and ferrying scholars over to Galkin. And while in Galkin, killing pirates and selling them attacking pirates and selling them into slavery. They are slave traders. That said, you can probably find some chaotic neutral people on board to dispatch, that people aren't going to miss. So your 3 options: a Sun Yith vessel that's super safe, a Nazaram vessel that is pretty safe with prisoners on board, or a slaver's vessel with that's less safe but has a lot of morally gray people there on it.
As a character, I have misgivings about all but the second ship.
Truth be told, I was going to say the second ship is my top pick.
Just because I'm not cool with slavery, so at the very least I wouldn't mind, bludgeoning one to death. And
Not really feeling that third one. Not feeling that third one.
And I would just like to state that, the Sun Yith genocided my people. Still not over that.
God, let it go.
One most likely to kill everyone there.
No.
Admir's just like, we got the soul for the mirror. Stop.
Well, it's also just because, I'm gonna be super uncomfortable. Like, I can hold my cool or whatever, but, I'll be grouchy the whole time.
So you'll be fathering this then.
Yeah.
And I have no problem with the second one.
All right.
Second one it is, it sounds like.
Is the second one got Sanji?
Actually, let me look.
Technically speaking, yes, because I exist. This is the part where I reveal that I'm proficient with cooking utensils.
You'll help the chef.
Oh god, are we gonna have like a Sanji or a Roman versus the the cook of the naval ship? Like
Oh,
that
It'll
no.
be chopped on the high seas.
Yeah, and we'll play for pinks. Oh.
All right.
Roman here is a sailor pulling his weight by cooking.
So for you are able to bargain your way onto the ship as you. Oh, my bad. You are able to bargain your way onto the ship as you. I'm assuming using Roman's thief ship passage or whatever it's called. I forgot the name of it.
Yeah. That's what it's called.
Okay,
We all know what it does. I get passage on boats.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up right now.
I'm going to that's all happening. Like once we get out.
Yeah, I actually have it written down. It's called ship's passage. The big thing about it is that I can get passage on a boat. I just can't guarantee that it'll get there in a timely fashion. But it sounds like the Nazaram ship has an active interest in getting there, at least mildly expediently. So.
Okay, and what was Zodra doing?
So I'm going to be helping the ship dock out there. I'll be helping cure any disease, injured people, anything like that with